I just want to talk about Sea of Stars real quick. It is a very awesome looking game that is coming out in 2 days from now on Tuesday, August 29th. It is a turn-based RPG made by Sabotage Studio. It's actually the prequel to a game called The Messenger from 2018, 5 years ago. That game also looks pretty cool, but that is, interestingly enough, not a turn-based RPG. I think it's more of like a 2D fighting game from what it looks like. Interestingly enough, it looks like you're actually a time traveler, and when you're in the past, it is in 8-bit, and when you are in the future, it's 16-bit. That's actually a really cool touch. So anyway, Sea of Stars, it is a very eagerly anticipated turn-based RPG. It will be available on basically every system in 2 days from now. As far as the plot goes, it looks like it's going to be very story-driven. It revolves around two protagonists. From what I looked up, it looks like the two protagonist names are Zale and Valir, and they harness the abilities of the sun and the moon as they strive to, combat the bad guy, I guess. I'm really simplifying it, but it kind of sounds like this is going to be a very story-driven game. It's also going to involve some puzzle solving as well. That's kind of cool, but yeah, the main thing is it's a turn-based RPG. You're going to have the capacity to manage up to 6 distinct player characters. It draws inspiration from games like Breath of Fire and Chrono Trigger. There's also sailing mechanics, and apparently a plethora of side quests, which is kind of interesting. I feel like that is not as common maybe in turn-based RPGs. Side quests, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. I am very excited for it. It drops in 2 days, and I know for sure that it is going to drop day one on Xbox Game Pass. I'm not sure about PlayStation Plus. Actually, let me look it up right now. Oh, actually, yeah, it is going to be available day one on PlayStation Plus. So yeah, both Xbox and PlayStation, if you have their, on-demand subscription services, whichever one you have, you can play it in 2 days from now. And I just think, kind of veering off only from Sea of Stars here, just talking about turn-based RPGs in general, mainly like the classic pixel turn-based RPGs, like the classic Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest games, or Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, kind of games from that generation. They're actually coming back. I never was really into, well, okay, besides Pokemon. Everybody was into Pokemon, right? I loved Pokemon. That was really the only turn-based RPG that I was ever into. I've kind of talked about this in other videos, but I've never really played like Final Fantasy, and that's actually a series that I kind of want to get into. I want to play like the original ones, and I'm seeing games like this come back. Like for example, the Final Fantasy Pixel remaster came out. I think it came out like a year ago, and it was very big. There's another game that came out last year called Chained Echoes, and I actually just started playing that game like a week ago, and that game is awesome. That game is very similar to how I explained Sea of Stars. It's a turn-based RPG. It's very pixely, but yet it's got a modern touch to it because obviously it was made in this generation for this generation's consoles. I don't know, maybe it's just me, or maybe these turn-based RPGs, maybe they never went away, and maybe I'm just kind of the new guy on the block, but I don't know. I feel like they're definitely coming back. Even fan-made stuff, like there's this new game that's going to be coming out, it looks like in December, called Lagoda Odyssey, and it's made by just one guy named Andreas Lund, who literally is like a guy like me. He's got, looks like 28 subscribers on YouTube, and like this game looks absolutely fantastic. It was literally made by one guy, and like I get it, it's a pixel game, but yeah, it's a turn-based RPG, and like even just that, it's just made by one guy, and it looks so awesome. Like I really want to play it. So yeah, I was just kind of talking about, Sea of Stars here, but, just in general, I really think, I feel like I've said this like a million times now, but this is the last time I'm going to say it. I really think that these awesome pixel turn-based RPGs are coming back, and what better time for them, for me to come back, because I'm just now starting to get into them. Definitely looking forward to playing through all of Chained Echoes, as well as starting Sea of Stars, and even these smaller games that look awesome, like Lagoda Odyssey. I am really, really looking forward to all of these games. Maybe this is a new era for turn-based RPGs in this generation.